Hey guys, it's me, 8074. Today, guys, we're back for AFCON Matchday 3 recap. I know I'm a bit late with this, guys. I had a lot of work today for my university, guys. You guys know how busy I am, and like I said, guys, it's just a busy life I have. So, we're gonna be looking at Matchday 3, guys. A lot of stuff to discuss, and without further ado, let's go and get started. So, we're gonna have the round of 16 predictions come out soon. I'll try to get them out a little around midway through Friday at the time of recording this video. So, hope you guys do enjoy that. So let's start with the first game. We have Burkina Faso versus Ethiopia. Now, in my opinion, guys, like I said, Ethiopia, they actually looked pretty solid. They actually looked really solid indeed. And you could honestly argue that Ethiopia should have deserved more from this game because the fact they were able to dominate Burkina Faso was amazing. In fact, they got 11 shots, 6 on target, and everything like that is quite superb. Now, keep in mind, though, is that Burkina Faso were already almost in pole position to qualify. Remember, Ethiopia, for them to have somewhat of a chance, they needed to win this match, and of course, they were unable to win this match. And and even still, with all the dominance they had, they did get a penalty. Kebede equalized. Um, and Bayela put them in the lead. And like I said, it's gonna be more frustrating for Ethiopia, but I think not Cape Verde, sorry, Burkina Faso would definitely be more than content with this. So as I said, pretty disappointing for them. But like I said, there wasn't really a whole lot of drama in this group. Now as for Cameroon versus Cape Verde. Now Cameroon were already through. Cameroon already qualified through the round of 16. It was just a matter of whether they can get the top spot or not, and obviously we expected them to do. And it's interesting, they even took the lead. Abu Kabar once again continues to his rich goal scoring form. He's on 5 goals right now, which is insane. And then Gary Rodriguez equalized in the 53rd minute to give Cape Verde a 1-all draw. So as I said, a draw was pretty much more than enough for Cameroon here. Like I said, they needed just a point, and they got the point which they needed. So as you guys can see, right, the group, guys, Cameroon did qualify in top first place. Burkina Faso got second. Cape Verde got third. Ethiopia got fourth. So honestly, all three of these teams, except Ethiopia, were basically going to qualify with 4 points. And generally, 4 points is enough to qualify through to the round of 16. Group B, guys. Group B, we got Malawi versus Senegal. And my goodness me, guys. My goodness me, guys. Senegal look completely, and I mean completely abject. Senegal looked really horrendous. And I'm not even sure where to start with this. Sadio Mane. And the thing about Senegal is this: they look so good as a unit. Their defense is good. Their midfield is good. But it's the attack that lets me down. This is what the same issue was for me in 2019. Because I'll be honest with you guys. If Senegal had a better attack, I think they honestly would have won that AFCON in last edition. And I know I keep bringing that up so much. But it's just pathetic for me how they haven't even scored a goal, an open play goal. They've only scored one penalty goal. And you know what the sad part is? They still managed to top the group, only just scoring a goal, which is quite ridiculous. And I'm gotta be honest with you guys, Senegal, man, very disappointing indeed. With all the possession, 79%, 10 shots, 3 on target. They were supposed to win this match, and the fact that they were unable to win didn't really mean much to the end, and they barely, and I mean barely, topped the group. As for Guinea, man, they played against Zimbabwe, in which Zimbabwe actually beat them, guys. Zimbabwe actually won against them, and you got to give it up to Zimbabwe here, man. I was really impressed what they did here, especially against Guinea, and considering that Zimbabwe were already eliminated coming into this game by the head-to-head thing. The fact that we're able to still push and get that win is incredible. And obviously, Naby Keita did get a beautiful goal in the second half, a long range effort indeed, outside the box to give them somewhat of a hope. It was over for them, and like I said, from Guinea, man, it's a very frustrating for them. They must be devastated with this, but as I said, they did enough to get second place, and ultimately the game between them and Malawi, ultimately they ended up being proving decisive, and they ended up topping the group. Let's see what this margin was. How did they top this group? So I'm confused. I want to see, how do they top this group, guys? Okay, let me put this. We'll keep this here. I want to see how they top the group because I'm really interested to see how they topped. So they top the group because it's. I mean, let me see this group B. Head to head, Guinea won 1-0 against Malawi. That's right. Guinea did win 1-0, where you guys can see, right? Yes, they did. That was the first match day, and that ultimately proved to be the decisiveness. So Malawi, man, gotta give it up to them. They've been one of the more impressive teams in the AFCON. Definitely really impressed me. I wasn't expecting them to do this well, and the fact they got 4 points in this group is quite amazing. And positive goal difference as well. 0 points. I mean, zero goal difference is quite amazing. So, gotta give it up to uh, Malawi there. And then Group C, guys, Gabon and Morocco. Now, I already did discuss about the Ghana Comoros game, which I already discussed earlier. I had another video about that just because of the Ghana's meltdown. But we'll talk about that still, but not talk too much more in depth. I have another video for you that. And I gotta say, man, Gabon, man, I've been really impressed. Really, really impressed with this team. And isn't it crazy for me to say this right now? I think Gabon, honestly, are playing a lot better without Aubameyang. Without Pierre Eric Aubameyang in the team, they look really solid. I've been really impressed with this Gabon team. And honestly, when I heard the news that Aubameyang might miss the first match at the AFCON against against Comoros, I was thinking to myself because that for me, I thought that would be the clash to determine which team would get that third place spot. And the fact that they were unable, the fact they were still able to do this well without Aubameyang just tells you everything. Because I can guarantee right now, guys, if Aubameyang was here in this team, they probably don't draw against Ghana. They probably draw against Comoros. I just think Aubameyang for me has just been a horrendous form. And Ali Vini scored the goal. And like I said, for Morocco, man, they managed to get the point from this game. They needed to get a point from this game. And obviously Hakimi getting that goal off the bench as well is quite amazing. Fantastic indeed. Bullfog equal using getting that penalty there, equalizing, and it was just a very crazy game. Very crazy nervy minutes of the game. Group C ended in such a crazy manner. And that I believe in Morocco, Gabon actually won this match. They would have topped the group because of the head-to-head thing. So very interesting indeed. And Hakimi, man, I'm telling you guys, Morocco, man, they're looking really good. They're looking really good indeed. It's just they need to score a bit more goals. If they could be a bit more potent in the final third, I could really amp it up, then I think I could see this team doing very well. Because remember, guys, they were my pick to win the Africa Cup of Nations because I think they have an insane squad indeed. And I know they don't even have Hakim Ziyech and all, but this team is looking good. This team is looking really strong, guys, and I do think they could do very well indeed. So, got to give it up to Morocco, man. Got to give it up to them. Moving on, Ghana to Comoros 3. Yeah, I already discussed about this match, so I'm gonna make this quick. Andre Ayew, man, that red card for me, it was pretty harsh, I will admit. And Ghana definitely did well when it comes to set pieces, but defensively they were all over the place. And remember, guys, let me just say this right now: when you're trying to play and trying to win a match, you're gonna play more open. And when you play more open, you're gonna leave yourself vulnerable defensively. And that is what we saw later with another match we'll get into in a bit. And that's where Ghana was able to be susceptible to defense. And Comoros, they were able to take full advantage of this. And obviously, full props has to be given to Comoros for the way they attacked, for the way they defended as well. And I think it's very difficult indeed. And they got that third goal. And honestly, man, for Comoros in particular, it's quite remarkable that they even reached the AFCON last 16 via a negative goal difference as well, which is quite amazing. This is the first time they're in this competition, so I'm gonna give it up to them. And for Ghana, man, they gotta be ought to be ashamed of themselves. The fact that they finished bottom of this group is quite embarrassing. And even though another nation did finish the bottom of the group, a bit surprised. We'll get into them in a bit. I think Ghana has to be the they got to be the more embarrassed one because at least with that team, I can at least see there was some kind of cohesion and they actually did look pretty good in the first two games. Whereas Ghana, on the other hand, they never looked great in this combinations. Like the only time they looked really good was in this match, and that's just sad because they weren't even able to keep this momentum. So for Ghana in particular, man, they were embarrassing, absolutely disgraceful. And for Ghana in particular, there's got to be some change. There's got to be some radical changes in the federation, and it's going to be interesting to see which nation they draw in the qualifiers because my goodness me, this kind of performance I've seen out here is completely, and I mean completely atrocious. So yeah, man, like I said, man, Ghana, man, absolutely disgusting. Group D, guys. Time for Group D, guys. So we have Guinea-Bissau nil, Nigeria 2, and I gotta say, guys, this was definitely a very interesting game. And like I said, there wasn't really a whole lot of like I said, this group there wasn't a whole lot of permutations. We already knew what the group was coming into this game. Obviously, Nigeria had already topped the group, and Egypt just needed a draw. And I gotta say, man, this player right now in particular, Moses Simon, was absolutely brilliant. He was honestly one of the best players in this AFCON whatsoever. He was amazing. And Nigeria, man, they're looking really solid, man. Getting that 2-0 win against Guinea Bissau. Guinea Bissau just didn't look great in this match. And Nigeria, man, Nigeria, they're looking the real deal, man. And like I said, guys, I think they have been the best nation in the Africa Cup of Nations so far, and I'm continue to stay with that. And it's crazy how Nigeria have picked up maximum points, 9 points indeed. I don't think there's many other teams that picked up max points in the group. I mean, let's just look at this real quick, just for reference. Cameroon didn't, Senegal didn't, Morocco didn't, Ivory Coast didn't. They're literally the only team that went perfect. Nigeria is the only team that went perfect in the group stage, which is quite amazing. Egypt versus Sudan. Like I said, Egypt just looked all over the place against Sudan. Sudan just never really got into the game. Sudan made it tough for Egypt, and I just think that this for this Egypt team, they're way too defensive, way too pragmatic, and I just feel like for me, this Egypt team is very defensive FC. It's a very low, very defensive FC, and while they are getting the job done, we need to see how they'll do in the round of 16 because that test against Ivory Coast will be very, very interesting indeed. And obviously, Mohamed Abdel Amin getting the goal in the 35th minute was just enough for them to edge through in this match. So, as I said, for Egypt, man, they're getting the job done, but not anywhere convincing by any means. That's really the main concern with them. And the Group E guys. Sierra Leone nil, Equatorial Guinea 1. And I gotta say, man, I was disappointed in Sierra Leone. I really thought they would be able to get something from this match. I even predicted a draw for this match, and I was very close, man, very close indeed. And Kamara, man, what a goalkeeper he's been. He was honestly been one of the best goalkeepers in this term. Mohamed Kamara, absolutely brilliant performances he put out and for Sierra Leone. And they just didn't really look like they were in the game, you know. And for Equatorial Guinea, they started this game really strong. You know, they look like the better team. The stats can tell you everything here. 70 shots, 6 on target, 54% possession. They had 7 shots, 3 on target. It was a very much a balanced game possession, but Equatorial Guinea definitely did deserve it, and they ultimately did get the breakthrough. 38th minute of the game, 1-0, and then obviously Kame Key got the red card, 90th minute, and Sierra Leone, man, they finished third. Finished third, valiantly indeed, picking up a valuable, and like I said, they played really well. It's just they needed to score more goals, and that's really my big concern with them. And for Equatorial Guinea, man, their second man, that's a really favorable clash, and I believe their next game is going to be against Mali, which is a very interesting game. Very, very interesting because I think Equatorial Guinea could definitely do something in that matchup. So, moving on, guys, to the big one. Ivory Coast 3, Algeria 1. Remember, I was talking to you guys earlier that I feel like when teams play very open minded, teams have to be very desperate and needing to win this match. They play very open. And for Algeria in particular, it was coming. It was coming. And remember, I told you guys in my video AFCON predictions, I knew that Algeria weren't going to defend this title. I just knew it. I had a feeling that they were not going to do very well as people expected them to be, but man, I didn't expect them to flop this early. And remember, guys, defending champions, things change in football. Football things change. It's not the same as it used to be. Remember, guys. So keep in mind that for the next edition, teams have changed. Teams know how to play against you. And for Algeria in particular, this is the game that really truly eliminated them from the AFCON is technically this game, technically did, but it's really the game against Equatorial Guinea. That's really the game that technically really eliminated them. Because if they had won that match, just for argument's sake, they would have been on 4 points. Equatorial Guinea would have been three. They would have actually made it through. But because they failed to win that match, is what's really costing them. And for Algeria, man, they just looked all over the place defensively. Defensively, they looked all over the place. And Bilali, man, just didn't look great. Maris looked really woeful in this tournament. I wasn't impressed with him. And just in general, this Algerian team defensively just looked standoffish. They looked disorganized. There wasn't any clear plan. And for Ivory Coast, man, they absolutely dominated them. Absolutely dominated Algeria. Pepe in particular was great. Haller was great. Seri was good. Sangari was good. Gradel was good. And just this Algerian team in particular just looked all over the place. And Ivory Coast, man, I gotta give it up to them because they absolutely brilliant in this match. They even could have scored they probably could have scored 6 or 7 goals. That's how dominant they were. They even scored a fourth goal, but that was ruled offside. And even Maris, even he had the chance to score a penalty and he missed it. And I knew when he missed that penalty, I knew it was game over. It was absolute game over. And for Algeria, man, this is disappointing. I really expected better from Algeria. Really did. And for Ivory Coast, man, they picked up a huge 3-1 win. getting revenge for the last AFCON because remember, guys, Algeria did beat them in the reverse and last AFCON. And so this time around, Ivory Coast did get revenge, and Algeria are heading home last place in the group with 1 point from 3 matches, -3 goal difference. And man, I gotta say, one of the most disappointing title defenses we have seen in recent history. So, gotta give it up to Ivory Coast, man. Gotta give it up to them. And this team is looking really talented indeed. And I think they could honestly go on a deep run in this AFCON, guys. I think they could go on a deep run. And they got a favorable matchup in the round of 16 against Egypt. So, it'll be interesting to see how they do in that matchup. And then finally, we have the last matchup here, last games here. Gambia 1, Tunisia 0. And I gotta say, man, Tunisia, you guys have let me down massively. This is the team that I predicted against the semifinals, and man, they're making me look really stupid right now because this team in particular has been woeful in this tournament. I thought when they won 4-0 against Mauritania, I thought they turned things around. I thought, okay, they're gonna turn things around, but it seems like to me that didn't really make a difference. And for Tunisia, man, they just didn't look great. And to be fair though, they did have a lot of players that did test positive, which is definitely a huge absentee. Kazri in the team that definitely could have made things a lot easier for them. But really, there should really no be excuse here, in that they should be able to win this match. They really should be able to win this match, and the fact they were unable to win this match is quite phenomenal, ridiculous. Because remember, guys, they needed to win this match to get second place. Gambia just needed to get a draw from this match, and they did one better and won this match. And Gambia, man, they looked really balanced. I was really impressed with Gambia as a whole. They really looked really good. This guy in particular, Abi Jallo, scored the goal for them, coming off the bench. And yeah, man, this Gambia team. I think this is a team we cannot sleep upon. It's a team that I think could definitely do well in the round of 16. Maybe let's just look at the round of 16 picture real quick. They have a very, very favorable matchup against Guinea. So I think for Gambia, man, I think they could surprise people, and I think they could genuinely do well in this tournament. As for Tunisia, man, how they keep missing penalties. They keep missing penalties whatsoever. I don't know what's up with them with penalties. Sev Jedzeri keeps missing the penalties, and they even got their goalkeeper sent off. That is just quite sad indeed. And Barrow, man, what a player he's been. He's been really one of the best players for Gambia in this tournament. He's been absolutely brilliant. So yeah, man, Gambia, man, 1-0. And then finally we move on to the final game, Mali 2, Mauritania 0. And once again, guys, Mali, they keep getting penalties as well. Wow. This group has just been such a weird group. Ibrahim Kone keeps scoring the penalties. And I knew Mali was going to win this match. Mauritania, they had nothing to play for. They were already eliminated. And for Mali in particular, they managed to get the win that was needed. And they take home a crucial 3 points indeed. So let's go look at the final group standings for each group real quick. And then we'll definitely do a round of 16 predictions in the next video. Let's look at this. Group A, I already discussed about Group B. C, Morocco ended up topping 7, Gabon 5, Comoros 3, Ghana 1, Nigeria 9, Egypt 6, Sudan 1, Guinea-Bissau 1, Ivory Coast 7, 6, 2, 1, and then Mali 7, Gambia 7, Tunisia 3, and Mauritania 0. So Gambia actually ended up coming second in this group because of the fact that Mali scored more goals than them. So, man, imagine if Gambia had scored 2 more goals. They could have honestly topped this group. But it is what it is, I gotta give it up to Gambia, man. They played really well. So that's my AFCON Matchday 3 recap. I want you guys to comment down below what's your guys' thoughts on Matchday 3. And the round of 16, man, it's looking really juicy, man. The opening match, let's see what the opening match is in round of 16. Burkina Faso versus Gabon. What a matchup that's going to be. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video, guys. There will be timestamps in the description below for all the groups. And I hope you guys do enjoy the video, guys. Make sure you guys comment and subscribe. Check out my description below my other platforms. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out. And by the way, before I head off, I forgot to mention this. I will have a CAF watch along for the draw for the World Cup, guys, 2022. We're going to be seeing the third round playoffs, and it's going to be interesting. So make sure you guys watch a live stream there. Going to be 10 a.m. Eastern Time, January 27th.